So I just got schooled on by someone who's dealing with grief right now, grief of losing a sibling. And I showed her the video that I had made in honor of her late brother. And she said something that really stuck to me. She said he would pick raising his kids over being in heaven right now. And the fact that he didn't have any control over that decision, the fact that he didn't have a choice, to continue his life, to be there for his children, is just, my jaw was just open. I'm like, I have nothing to say to that, Dealing with grief is just freaking hard, and my heart goes out to this family, and I can't even fathom an ounce of their pain right now. But yeah, when she said that, I thought he probably would pick, being with his kids and raising his kids over being in a better place. So taking me down another philosophical and spiritual rabbit hole right now. My heart just goes out to them. So back to talking about grief. I just, having gone through grief a couple times, specifically related to someone passing, there are different types of grief, I believe. I've seen people lose a child, or I lost my grandma, or you lose a partner. Depending on the relationship and who they were, I think it really affects the levels, different types of grief. It's still grief, it's still painful, but I think there could be, for example, hysteria sometimes if you lose a child, or there could be regrets. There's so many different things that go into grieving. I've also dealt with grief while the person is still alive. So right now, I'm still dealing with past grief from losing my grandmother, because I was also pregnant at the time and didn't get to process all my emotions at that time. I had to repress them as I was working like 2 to 3 jobs, and I was pregnant, and I was going to therapy and dealing with my marriage and all the problems there. And so I'm still dealing with my grandma's passing like 3 years later, I'm also grieving my marriage, that things haven't worked out the way I didn't expect anything, but I didn't expect this, zero communication, zero affection, total separation, like living almost with a stranger in a sense. So it's just been, this season of people that I know going through grief, and also dealing with my own grievances, has been, I guess, a lesson that I want to explore further, of just the topic of grieving, whether the person is still alive, like when my grandma was dealing with dementia, and your relationship totally changes, the person changes, and so you're grieving the loss of that known relationship as it's transforming into something you've never recognized before. It's totally different. So yeah, right now I'm still grieving my marriage, but I'm in it, and it's hard. When you're grieving, you get only a few days off work, right? Like a week or a couple days, and there's all these things you have to process and bills you have to pay, and life keeps moving forward, and you're still stuck in that emotion. You're still not stuck, but you're dealing with all of those feelings. So I feel like as a society, maybe we don't really allow for that necessary grieving process, or help alleviate the burden of families that are going through grief. So anyway, that's probably a topic I want to also introduce onto my channel and just explore further. is grief.